Yogi Ramaiah, he received from Mahavatar Bababji and Gorakhnath and some other immortal Mahatmas huge number of techniques. And actually Kriya Yoga is mostly not philosophy, it's mostly techniques. When we speak about philosophy of Kriya Yoga, it's actually self-inquiry. It's a classical Vedic philosophy. And I think that the most bright examples of that self-inquiry philosophy, okay, we may mention about such a extremely ancient scriptures like Avadhuta Gita, Ashtavakra Samhita, and few books written by Adi Shankara like Viveka Chudamani, like Atma Bodha or Upadesha Sahasraya. But the Kriya Yoga, okay, it's about tools, how to experience that true self. And according to the complete system of Kriya Yoga, in a way we understand it in a Yogi Ramaiah tradition, it's 18 big meditation techniques. And 144 bija mantras and 3 pranayama sets, okay. Okay, and when we speak about pranayama and breathing exercises, it's like we have 3 systems of pranayama, as you know, either Pingala pranayama, Nabi mudra, and Dvadasha. And okay, as you know pretty well, I don't like to call them preliminary because then people do not pay attention to them, but actually it's preliminary, and the main part anyway, 18 big meditation techniques and 144 bija mantras. And Yogi Ramaiah was like, okay, kind of strict about it, and what I just know that maybe 10 or 20 people who received from him complete system of Kriya Yoga according to the tradition which he himself received from immortal masters. And so I don't know even number of the people who got it. I mean, maybe 10, maybe 20. And apart from that, something like 2,000 people were his students in all his life. Can you imagine, he passed away in the age of, I believe, 83, and he was guru for 50 or 60 years, and that long period of time, just approximately 2,000 students. And most of that students, they received maybe a few mantras and mostly different kinds of pranayama, preliminary pranayama techniques. And one of them is a Kriya Kundalini pranayama, which sometimes people now think that as the main part of Kriya Yoga, but really it is not. And by the way, Kriya Kundalini pranayama was very easy to get from Yogi Ramaiah. Very easy. I was practicing this Kriya Kundalini pranayama maybe for 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not even sure, but then I stopped because he told me to stop because it was not necessary for me. But some people think that it's really the essence, but this is just the beginning. And I know that in Russia he gave this, okay, for me, he gave it to me, and he initiated me, and also one more person whose name is Vasily. I mentioned about him in my previous video, and yeah, he is a highly advanced practitioner. He's a very old friend of mine, and by the way, he lives not so far from my house, and this Vasily is very famous in Russia as the meditation master, and he is a kind of strange person, because he is normally just staying in his house practicing meditation. Really, he communicates with a very limited number of people. It's very difficult to meet him, and because he speaks Russian language, he knows English, but he may speak a little bit, he may read books, but he never agreed to make English language videos. But I have a lot of videos with him in Russian language. But it's interesting that he never liked to take picture of him. So that's the reason why when I speak with him, I'm just in front of camera and he is behind the camera. And that's amazing videos, and huge number of people in Russia who are seriously interested in not only in Kriya Yoga and Bija mantras, but just meditation and self-inquiry. They watch his videos, and people always asking questions like, how can we meet this person? But he is so outside of social life, and he never teach people, never conduct any seminars. Even to meet him very difficult. He just doesn't like it. And the fact that I could manage to take, I'm not sure, maybe kind of 50 or 80 videos, or better to say like 50 or 80 interviews with him. It's a great achievement for me, because it was always difficult to force him to speak even while staying behind the camera. And we have to attribute great merit to my wife Svetlana, because it's a kind of, first she is making scandal with him, telling him that he is a bad guy, that he is trying to not to share with the people with all that important information, that Mahavatar Bababji will be angry with him. And then somehow he's starting to speak, but anyway staying behind the camera. And even just a few days ago, so I was giving a program, 3 days, 15 hours seminar here in Moscow. And of course many questions was about Sathya Sai Baba and Prema Sai Baba, as you may imagine, and many questions about Vasily. But Vasily is the really kind of funny and painful questions for me, because I make many videos with him, and then people demand from me like email of Vasily, and sometimes I give this email address, and sometimes he is answering, sometimes he is not, and finally I'm a kind of responsible that he is not answering. And this Vasily is really really interesting person. I don't want to create image of this Vasily as the ideal or angel. No, no, he is a real person with his huge spiritual experience, but at the same time, maybe, you know, even the fact that he doesn't want to come open in front of the public, I don't know, maybe it's good, maybe it's even if it's maybe not good enough, yeah, it's not so good. But anyway, I know that few people in India, few people in the United States, they received complete set of techniques, but I don't know anybody to teach it. I don't know why.
So Vasily received complete system.
Yes, Vasily from Moscow, he also received complete set of techniques and the mantras, and I know about him, and I just know that some people in India and some people in the United States also received a complete set of techniques, but nobody is teaching. I don't know why. Because it's always like personal, and okay, Yogi Ramaiah passed away in 2006, and he gave me blessing to teach in the end of 90s. It was approximately 1999, and when he gave me this permission, it was also very strange way how he gave it. He just told me that, okay, you know, now you are not ready, but it will come one day when you will receive certain inner spiritual and mystical experiences, and then you will understand that you have to start to teach. And it's, you know, the normal way how some masters give blessings is like, okay, you may teach and you may start since tomorrow. But in the case of Yogi Ramaiah, it was like, okay, you may teach, but not now, and nobody knows when you will understand that you have to start. And okay, he blessed me, it was 1999, and the day came, it was 2011, 2012, when something happened inside me, and then I understood that, okay, now is the time when I have to start. And Yogi Ramaiah himself, he passed away, as I already mentioned, 2006, and then Sathya passed away 2011. Anyway, it was after that.